Inna lillahi wa inna ilahi rajiun. That is an Islamic saying or a verse. Basically translates to from Allah we have come and to Allah we return. Roughly translating. You know what? I'm not gonna give the usual plugs. You know who I am. Like if if you want to say something, put a comment section below. You gotta like or subscribe or dislike or whatever. Not for this video. All right. First of all, my thoughts and prayers go out to all the victims and all who were affected by this heinous attack or heinous attacks that happened in Christchurch, New Zealand. The latest reports, at least from the Australian news sources, or maybe some of the New Zealand news sources, and ABC News, CBS News. The ABC, I think it's the Australian Broadcasting Corporation or something like that, indicates that there were two shootings, two mosque shootings, and something along the lines of 3 IEDs, improvised explosive devices, found. I heard about this last night, but I did not want to make a video about it until more details have emerged. Okay. Whatever. What is also a point to note, I won't say of more significance, because of most significance are the victims, uh, are the victims of this, uh, this deranged, hate-filled person. Uh, the latest numbers are indicating there are at least 49 dead and at least 48 injured. But the Bangladesh cricket team, they were less than 5 minutes away from death. Thankfully, for them, just for them, Mahmudullah's press conference ran on a bit too long. Like, ran on for an added 9 minutes or whatnot. And their team bus was just a little delayed in arriving at the the mosque near Hagley. I can't remember the name, Masjid Al Nur or something. Had they gotten 5 minutes earlier, they they probably wouldn't have made it out alive. On top of that, there was no security detail whatsoever. And this is something that has bugged me for a long time. It really has. When teams from the other parts of the subcontinent, out from parts other than the subcontinent, or even in the subcontinent, when teams tour Bangladesh, they tour India, they tour Sri Lanka, they tour the United Arab Emirates, which basically acts as a home away from home for Pakistan. The utmost security is given to them. When this happens the other way round, it's a whole different story. A whole different story. This has to end right now. I would say something, but like in terms of statistics, but never mind. All I'll say is that, you know what? Some of the media people are, some of the media people, they're actually uh, telling something that, which might have some truth to it about the security provided to this touring cricketing teams to Bangladesh. They might be right in saying that, it's actually pretty good. Is it the best? Maybe not. Maybe not. It, but is it better than India? Well, I haven't seen the Indian security detail. I haven't heard about the Indian security detail. But given certain incidents that happened, like with the Australian cricket team and the South African cricket team, I am not too impressed. Is it better than the modern day Sri Lanka? Not the 1996 Sri Lanka. Listen, we are over 20 years past whatever happened in 96 97. Over 20 years. Okay? There are people who are playing cricket who haven't even been alive when that happened. So, modern day Sri Lanka? Well, I haven't heard anything. If you have heard anything, please let me know. Because I'd like to be better well informed, about events that that happen in the world and happen around me. But all I'll say is, like, at least for the Bangladeshi cricketers, this is an immense mercy of Allah that they were saved this day. And you know what? Nazmul Hasan Papon, he made the right call. Let's see if you stick to your guns. Let's see, Papon. He said that from now on, we will not tour any country that does not provide us with a decent level of security. We will not tour them. As for the security detail around all countries. Oh, and by the way, the third test match has been cancelled. Understandably so. The third test match has been cancelled. Had it been India, maybe it would not have been cancelled. If you don't believe me, just look up what happened during England's tour of India. I believe in 2008, was it? Uh, that Taj Hotel shooting or something. The England team went back, and then they somehow were convinced to come back and or whatnot. Somehow were convinced to come back. Then if there's a big series involved, I believe the 2005 Ashes, the 7-7 attack or something like that took place in London or something. London and maybe one or two other places. Same thing happened. Team went back, team came back. Maybe that'll happen here as well. But I would say over here, I wouldn't say this is as for the players. I wouldn't say uh, this is. No, you know what? I actually take that back. No, you could almost say this is almost as personal as the Sri Lanka team bus attack. The only thing the Sri Lanka team bus attack is there was an attack attempted on them. Like the attacker, actually fired at the bus and tried to damage the team bus. Okay. Over here, I mean, I went through bits and pieces of a summarized version of this attacker's manifesto. I did not read the manifesto. No, someone was reading a summarized version of it, and I just heard that. Okay, I wouldn't get into it because this channel is mostly about entertainment stuff, about like music, about sports, about wrestling, which is also entertainment. About movies, which is also entertainment. About video games, which is also entertainment. And I started another section which is to raise awareness about people with disabilities, especially visually, those who are visually impaired, and to raise awareness and start a discussion. But don't be under this misconception that I'm not aware. I'm not aware of the rhetorics going around. I'm not aware of all the talking points. And one of the parts in the manifesto where this person goes to a certain nation and finds that they cannot find a single person from that nation, or seemingly who looks like who's from that nation, and then he thinks that all what he has heard is not only true, but it's an understatement. Things are actually much worse. Don't don't be under this misconception that I don't know where that sentiment comes from, and what person is what who is one of the champions of that notion, at least online. Okay, I just don't talk about it on this channel. Wait. Actually, this this is the only active channel that I have. The Bollywood Critic is I don't even I don't even use that channel anymore. At least uh, in recent times, I don't even use that channel anymore. Maybe if I want to review a movie, a bad Hindi movie, in the later in the future, I might reactivate that channel. But listen, the ICC World Cup is coming up in 2000, in a few months. This is something the ICC should absolutely look into big time, providing top-notch security for its players. Yes, this is the reality of the world we live in. You're gonna get more you're gonna get hate crimes everywhere. Just because a place seems very peaceful doesn't mean it's immune from a lunatic person like what we saw coming and causing such a massacre. Okay? And look, I was shocked because I'm like, nah, man, not New Zealand. Because I've heard pretty much nothing but good things about New Zealand. In fact, that's from people who want to migrate and whatnot. That's one of the things I've heard. If you can get in, New Zealand is one of the nicest places on the planet. Like the people are super friendly, they're super nice, they're super helpful, everything. Like if you want to live peacefully, New Zealand is one of the best places. Nah. Okay, so back to what I was saying. The security detail that the I that is going to happen in the Cricket World Cup, the ICC should make it mandatory, absolutely mandatory, on the host nation, and on the host nation and the host nation's cricket board. I believe ECB. No, ECB and ECB. Whatever happens, cut their own paychecks, whatever. Go into debt, whatever. Doesn't matter. Either get the security, or move the tournament, someplace more secure. And I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm somewhat aware of the Brexit situation as well. Okay, and it's to a point where I don't feel safe traveling to the I won't say safe. I don't feel comfortable traveling to the UK. There are different things, safe and comfortable different things. But yeah, like at the moment, and if you know me, you know that I want to go back. Part of me wants to go back to Leeds and to Leeds and just retire there, because that's like look it's for me, it's a very special place for me, because that's the first place I actually discovered my freedom. But yeah, regardless of how big or how small the team is, they are sports people, sportsmen and sportswomen. They are sports people. They have nothing to do with politics, nothing to do with immigration, nothing to do with you know any type of agenda. Well, okay, let's leave India Pakistan aside. But overall, other than that, for the majority of things, they are just sports people. And this is the kind of shit I don't get. This is the kind of shit I don't get. Because sport, this is why. This is why when the people say sports is just a game, it's not just a game. Sport is something that goes beyond, no, literally it goes beyond politics. It goes, beyond culture and whatnot, because people in sports are in a different realm. The complete no, no, they're some I mean a completely different mindset than people who live in all these political nonsense, who live who live in a realm full of political nonsense. Because in sports, it's all about artistry. It's about mastery of an art, and that is the realm in which sports people live in. It's about competitive. It's an art form, and it's about mastery of an art, and it's about being competitive with mastery of the art. Well, I think I've rambled on long enough. Like I said, my thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by these heinous attacks. Please put your comments in the comment section below. Give your thoughts and prayers to all those affected by this attacks, and hit that like or subscribe or whatever. If you don't like it, just don't.